This was a really extraordinary afternoon in the Trump presidency. We saw in the matter of minutes his former campaign chairman, Paul Manafort, found guilty on several charges in an Alexandria, Virginia courtroom. Then in New York, we saw Michael Cohen, who is not just Trump's longtime attorney, but really a close personal confidant, someone who has been around Trump for years, plead guilty. And what was really notable about Cohen's guilty plea is that he implicated the president in his wrongdoing, said that he had paid off two women at the behest of an unnamed candidate for federal office. That candidate is Donald Trump. Michael Cohen was not working for any other candidate. So the fact that you have two people who have been in the Trump orbit, who are facing these legal situations, and this all unfolding in a matter of minutes, it makes this really just an extremely consequential day for the Trump presidency. So there's been so much focus on the Mueller investigation, but the reality is that the situation in New York involving Michael Cohen is much more dangerous for Donald Trump personally. Michael Cohen is someone who has been around Trump for years. He's someone that's been involved in all of his business dealings, and we now know he was involved in making payments to two women at the behest of Trump, paying them off essentially for their silence. And the real legal jeopardy for Trump involves campaign finance violations. This gets really wonky and technical, but it is a crime to engage in campaign finance violations, to use campaign funds to try to influence the outcome of an election. And in this case, it was what Cohen says is to buy the silence of two women who alleged affairs with the president, to try to keep them quiet so it wouldn't negatively impact Trump's presidency. Now, Trump is the president of the United States. He can't be charged with a felony, and so it's unclear, what the next step is. But the fact that he was implicated personally in a New York City courtroom today is really extraordinary.
Wow. That is so beautiful. Thank you. What a great song, too, by the way. Do we like that song? I think so. I think so. I'd like to use it all the time, but it only seems to work well in West Virginia, right? So I am thrilled to be
I think the bigger picture here is that there are a lot of people around the president of the United States who are in legal hot water. And anytime you end up in a situation like that, it could be politically damaging to the president. There remain legal questions as it relates to the guilty plea from Michael Cohen. What we don't know is how Republican leaders and how voters are going to react to this. Trump has been very good at trying to dismiss anything related to any of the legal clouds around him as witch hunts, as left-wing attempts to take down his presidency, and he's been pretty successful in getting his core group of supporters to believe that. I think the Cohen situation, though, takes this to another level. This isn't just allegations against Trump. This is the federal government saying in court that Trump was involved in a campaign finance violation and his personal attorney agreeing with that to the point that he pled guilty. Again, we don't know what this will mean for Trump's presidency. We don't know if we will see Republicans and voters turn their back on him, but this is a more serious situation than I think he has found himself in at earlier points in his presidency.